Hello, everybody, it's your boy Kirby K10 here, coming at you with another episode of the Overkill podcast. We are on episode 96, and I'm here with my co-host, Meta Knight.
Holy moly, 96,
or
baby.
Or I'm Meta Frankie, you know.
Yeah, tomato.
He likes to go by many names, you know. My guy likes to go by many pseudonyms.
Yeah, you'll never find me. I am everywhere and nowhere. All right? Don't forget that. Anyways, big news this week. Exciting stuff for the Switch 2. As y'all know, I got myself a Switch 2, and it is like crack. And I've been studying for my exam, so it's been really difficult to just not study and play my Switch 2, but I've been pretty good about it, so we got stuff to talk about.
We also had a good... Yeah, we had a good trip last week, and I hope you guys enjoyed that Zombies tier list. Go check it out if you didn't check it out. It's a fun video. We always love recording those tier list videos. They're always long haul marathon kind of.
Honestly, I feel like that's something we plan on in the future. I think we'll maybe record some of those ahead of time and just keep them in reserve, because they really never go bad, because it's all over, old material that really doesn't change that much. I mean, sure, like Black Ops 6 or Black Ops 7 might come out, but like for a tier list like that, we really don't care that much because there hasn't been enough time with the game yet to really form an opinion. So those are always good videos to just keep in the chamber. They're also really fun to make. So
But yeah, other than that, I guess we'll hop right into it. With one of the biggest releases, to me, this game is definitely better than Mario Kart World. It came out quite a bit ago. I've already had a little bit of playtime. I haven't had the most amount with the game.
Controversy.
I think I have about like 4 or 5 hours in this game, but it's a good sequel to a 2003 classic, Kirby Air Ride. Was the GameCube game, but they came out with Kirby Air Riders, which is a sequel to that game. I believe it adds 10 more maps, if I'm correct on that.
It adds 10, not 8, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on.
Sick nasty.
It adds 8. Sorry.
Okay.
It adds 8. The original game had 9. So, and one of them was unlockable in the original. So you basically have the completely brand new maps as the base game courses, and then you unlock the other 9 from the original game. There's also Top Ride, which is like, it's basically like the same. It's basically the same thing.
Sorry.
Except you're riding, or your perspective is you're looking down on the racers as they're driving around. And it has like a little bit different controls. And then you also have City Trials, which is very similar to if you've ever played Smash Run on the 3DS. It's very much like that, where you basically run around a map and gather different buffs and different things for your character. And then at the end you go and you basically have a showdown on different maps. There's all different kinds of maps. But yeah. The other unique thing is every cart has like their own little ability. So like the Slick Star, for example, you basically blast off, and whatever direction you blast off in is the direction you're going in. So it's very fast in that one direction, but you can't turn at all. So you have to stop and shoot off again. Another thing is, like, this game, the controls are very simple. You have one button that is your action button, and the other is like your special button. The action button boosts, and it also sucks up enemies. Your special button is just that. Whenever you charge up your special, which is kind of like an ultimate, you just press that button, and it basically automatically does everything for you. It drives forward for you. The game is like incredibly simple, but it's super fun. But yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's what the original should have been. Because I know me and Meta have gone back and we played the original, and it's controls horribly. It's not as fun as we remember.
Yeah, Kirby Air Rider is going back and just playing it again Man, you know, it might have been one of those games that was just better to not go back and play. But I mean, I feel like it gave us a really good perspective as to the improvements. Like something I didn't remember in Kirby Air Riders for the GameCube is that the invisible walls, especially the ceiling walls, feel really, really low. Like you'll launch off a ledge, and like maybe it's just because I like going really high, but like I immediately just bang my head on the ceiling and the invisible ceiling and get launched back down. So I'm sure as a kid I kind of figured that out and kind of learned to not do that. But like going back and trying to play it again, it basically feels like you're racing through a big tunnel, and it's very awkward. It's very not intuitive. I mean, I'm sure with enough time it would feel okay again. But yeah, the original Air Ride is probably best left as the original Air Ride unless you just really have an urge to. But maybe that. Do you think I'm right on that or what?
Yeah, you're pretty much right on the money on that. The other thing that I found interesting too is that you can customize your cart in this one,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a lot more customization options than Mario Kart. And people have already created their own carts, and basically you can create like a design, and then you can sell that design on the marketplace that they have, and whatever money people spend, I believe you get like a kick. You get basically whatever they spend on your design. So like some people have made their designs like 800,000 coins, and I'm like, bro, you're crazy. But
Yeah, I think
I guess
some people
people
are.
are buying it, so I don't know.
Some people are on another level with that kind of stuff. I don't know what their
Yeah, I mean,
end game
unless there's a
is.
way, yeah, unless there's like a way to farm coins very fast, I haven't found a way to get that many coins. um, I do think it is interesting how, much like the Smash, like the older Smash games, you have like a sort of a board of achievements that you have,
Hmm.
and as you complete them, you can see the squares around them and what their achievements requirements are. So you start with like a blank board, you can't see anything, and as you like complete stuff, you can see other achievements that you have to do. So yeah, and that's for like each of the modes. I think there's 750 achievements to get, which is quite a bit. Um,
Yeah, there are quite a few. I don't know how big the board is, but it's gigantic. The original one was also pretty big too. Uh, it's very the thing that I can tell from Air Riders because I haven't. I'm gonna be real gamers. I haven't played it because I've been studying. But the thing about Air Riders is it looks and it feels like an old game, and I mean that in like a good way of like it seems like it's fair to the player, and that you earn everything by just playing the game. You just have fun playing the game. There's no, external shops or external features. I mean, I do know they're releasing amiibos for it where you can swap them out on the different carts or whatever, which is kind of cool, but they're really expensive. But other than that, there is really no um, downside. Oh, finally, I found 100% 100% recharged battery. All right, let's go. Okay, I've been messing
yeah,
around with my mouse on my end, so sorry, gamers.
yeah. It looks like right now you can only buy the Waddle Dee and the Kirby amiibo.
Yeah,
Uh, and then later on, they're going to be releasing Meta Knight, King DDD,
Kirby
and Chef
Errors
Kawasaki as
Amiibo. What is the
amiibos.
cost on that? $50. I mean, you know,
Damn, son.
it's not like horrendous, but at the same time,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty rough.
Um, I could if I really care about the game, I might unironically buy the Meta Knight one, but I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Um,
I already have like the Kirby Smash Brothers one. I wonder if
mhm.
that one works with the game. I haven't checked out. I really haven't
I don't
had
know,
a
and I
reason
don't.
to. You know.
I yeah, and I Fair enough. The amiibos, I won't say this, but there are ways to have amiibos that don't require you to pay all of this. And so it's kind of funny whenever they sell these for so fucking much. You're really just paying for the figure to look cool. I guess how it works is each one is its own NFC code, I guess. So if you like have Meta Knight and the star, the base star, I guess it registers both. Because you can swap them out on different bases. So that's cool. Apparently the Meta Knight one is coming out all the way in March. They have a long release plan for these.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be DLC for the game in like March or something. But that does seem kind of crazy how they.
I mean, maybe
like, planned out for this game to be. Maybe they're just gonna add like free DLC to it or something.
I mean, Sakurai said there will be no DLC. It's a complete game. But then again, we know recent Nintendo, so I'm not super inclined to believe that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
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 I think we yapped enough about that.
The amiibo look really good for it, though. I have to admit. I normally don't give a shit about the amiibo because they're so pointless. But I will say there is something cool about the Air Rider amiibo. Maybe it's like the angle they sit at and everything. It looks really, really dope.
Yeah.
Anywho, that is enough yapping. It seems like a good little party game. Honestly, it seems better than. Can we talk about Mario Kart?
Yeah, we can talk.
The new Mario Kart. I've been really disappointed with it. Not only because of the track layout and how you can't do multiple laps. I don't know if they fixed that fully. I don't think so. But also the new Mario Kart is just. I think you're just better off going and playing 8 again because the new one has that weird jumping mechanic and kind of like wall riding mechanic, and all that's cool and everything, but I just think 8 is like a better, more polished game. And then also the new Mario Kart just has so many noob features for people that are just absolute trash. It's not really enjoyable to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
we can move on to Animal Crossing.
I just wanted to mention I have plans to go wild on the tickets in mid-December. Nintendo has this voucher program where you can essentially get 2 digital games for $100. And it has some real good bangers on there. So I actually got that. And I bought Tears of the Kingdom digitally just so I could have it with me. And then I bought I just bought Animal Crossing just so I could always have it with me because I got rid of the Animal Crossing cart actually. And so I wanted it again. Long story short, playing this Animal Crossing again, it's really enjoyable. It's really fun. It does make me feel like a little bit of a psychopath, though, because you kind of tell villagers where to go, and then you can move their house wherever, and if they ask to leave, you tell them fuck no, and you have to stay. So it's really, really funny. I guess it's kind of funny because the power creep of Animal Crossing has gone like GameCube, you're just some random kid. Wild World, you're just a villager. In City Folk, you're like a worker. In New Leaf, you're the mayor, and then in New Horizons, you're just the god of the universe. So it's really, really funny, and yeah, it's enjoyable. To me, Animal Crossing's always been kind of a time waster game, and I mean that with respect of like if you're just gonna, not really do much in a game and just kind of relax, it's pretty good for that purpose.
Yeah, and I've also joined back on it because they're coming out with the Nintendo Switch 2 edition upgrade pack. I think it comes out January 25th next year.
Yes.
Do we know what? I know they're adding this the feature where you can go back and play the retro games.
So
have they announced which ones exactly are coming?
They have. I don't remember them all. It's Ice Climbers, I think Mario is one of them, like Mario 1 for the NES. And I think, um, yeah, I don't remember the rest. The big feature, though, is so if you remember in New Horizons, there is a dock that you have. Um, and this is separate from the Happy Home DLC. So they have a Happy Home DLC you can buy where you scan in your amiibos and like build rooms for these villagers. But this is separate, and it is a hotel. Your dock is going to extend out past the screen, which is kind of sad. You're losing your fishing dock, and it's going to be more of a pier. And so on this pier, there's going to be a hotel, and you go into this hotel, and essentially there's going to be 5 more villagers that they're visiting. They just visit your island. So yes, they probably will go inland, which is kind of crazy. And you can go in the hotel, and it's very similar to the Happy Home DLC, where you kind of just decorate. It's essentially another area for you to decorate this hotel, and you decorate all the rooms. And yeah, I mean, they're just adding more square footage to the map, more stuff for you to do. For $5, I mean, it's not the worst if you're already in game.
There's also it also seems there's a Zelda collaboration as well.
Oh, I did not know.
Tulin or whatever from Tears of the Kingdom, I believe. You can have him in your village as one of the villagers.
Okay.
And there's also a Lego collaboration,
which
is interesting. And
there's
also Splatoon. You can get Splatoon themed items and Splatoon themed characters, I guess.
I wish really I liked Splatoon. No, the Splatoon items are pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't find the retro game section of this trailer, to be honest. But
it's I saw a YouTube video like a month ago, and some girl had gone through and found all of them. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been able to find it since either. I'm not that deep in the Animal Crossing sauce, so. But it's a pretty exciting update if you like Animal Crossing. I just kind of wanted to bring up that it's still a pretty solid game, and we've been forced to restart our islands because of all the Switch mishaps, which I think we've covered before. So, I also learned you can't back up Animal Crossing to the Nintendo Cloud, which is very weird to me. And I guess that's because the islands are locked to the system, like per system, and the only way to move islands from system to system is to do like a transfer in the game. On one system, you have to like go to the airport and say you want to transfer, and then on the new system, you have to start up the game and say like I want to move. And what that means is like you're gonna move your island from one Switch to another. It's very odd. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's annoying because I don't want to restart my Animal Crossing islands constantly. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Black Ops 7.
Yeah, I guess we'll kind of go into this week.
You've been gaming?
His channel started as a Call of Duty channel. So,
I have
we got to talk about Call of Duty.
Never heard of
it. But yeah, Black Ops 7, I bought the game, I caved in. I can't help myself, right?
This guy.
Every year I'm like, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. And then I see gameplay, I see reviews, and I'm like, alright, I got to get it, bro.
Fuck.
To be honest, the campaign is a complete meme.
Absolutely.
But we already know this. It's Call of Duty. We all know, like, it's basically like a Fortnite boss fight at the end of it. And it's a co-op. It's a co-op campaign, so it's always online. And I think most of the campaigns have been like that since like 2017. So
yeah,
doesn't really matter. Zombies is okay. The zombies mode is a little complex. I didn't understand how. It's not like Cold War where it tells you where to go and get stuff done. It kind of just throws you in there and just gives you nothing to do. Gives you no indicators, or at least whenever I've only played the classic mode, which gives you the classic point system back and all that. So maybe in like the base mode, it actually shows you where you're supposed to go and do stuff. So I've kind of had to look up tutorials on how to do the map, and it's a pretty decent map if you just want to play it casually. Then I haven't been able to like high round because it is quite difficult, which I don't know. I like whenever the zombies maps are difficult. So, multiplayer wise, pretty decent game. If you liked last year's game, you're gonna really like this year's game.
Who knew?
Which I like. I like the last one.
Sorry. Sorry.
Well, I mean, it has very similar. It's like it still
Yeah.
has Omni movement.
Yeah.
They finally took out Tac Sprint. You can re-put on Tac Sprint if you want to as a perk. But I
Interesting.
think they should just keep Tac Sprint out of the game completely.
That'd probably be smart.
As well as you do have Ninja as a perk. So they basically just kept that feature, which is just crazy that they would ever think to not have Ninja as a perk.
It never goes away.
One nice feature that I didn't realize was in the beta, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but in Black Ops 6, you had to have like the three colors, same, like the perks all had to have the same colors for you to get like that bonus effect. Well, now you can mix like 3 blues and 1 red, and you'll get kind of like a mixture of the effects of all 3. Which I think makes it a lot better. Doesn't force you. It makes it so you don't have to like force yourself to use these kind of perk combinations, right? And I believe there's like 3 different combos. I think it's like blue, red, or 2 blue, 1 red. It's like 2 green, 1 blue, something like, it's all kind of that thing. 2 reds, 1 blue, or something like that.
Man. Yeah.
So it's all kind of
Getting a headache. No, just kidding. Yeah.
It helps so that way you don't have to. You're not forced to. Run all 3 as the same
Right.
perk. But yeah, other than that, progression is pretty much the same. I am glad that you can prestige your weapons. It makes it so if you don't want to go for like the max camo and you just want to use 1 weapon, you can. You can get that 1 weapon all the way to prestige 200 level, which is cool. And you get like a unique camo. I think most of them are like animated, or if they're not animated, they're like the old Black Ops 2 like DLC camos that you could buy. So they have like weaponized 115, and that is a universal camo. So like any of the weapon prestige camos that you get for prestiging or getting to weapon prestige, you get those as universal that you can use on any weapon, which is really nice. But yeah, I know Meta Knight hasn't really played the game, so he can't speak on it. But have you seen any footage? What's your thoughts?
No. No, I have not seen really any footage. I mean, I've seen the pre-release stuff. I've seen enough to know that, like, it's Black Ops again. I don't really have any super strong thoughts either way. Maybe once I upgrade my SSD, maybe I'll get it. But what I'm probably going to do is just wait for the Christmas sale that it's probably going to go on, since no one has bought it and they need to up those 4th quarter numbers. So that's what I'm waiting for, is to swoop in with opportunism and take advantage of it. So
Based. I mean, yeah, they I will say the prestige rewards this year are a little worse than they were last year, because like last year they had like every prestige you had the different game that it represented. So like the first one was like War Zombies, so you had like zombies themed items, whereas like this year it's more like, first prestige is themed after like Black Ops 2, second is like another Black Ops 2 character. It's like it all seems like it's just all the same kind of futuristic stuff. It doesn't really seem interesting until you get to like Prestige Master, where you get like 1 animated gun skin and animated operator, and that's it. So, a little more disappointing on the Prestige rewards, but yeah, I mean, it's COD.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. God is God.
And also they did remaster the maps. I think there's four. There's Express, Nuketown, Raid, and Hijacked, and they all play a little differently because you can wall bounce, and that's kind of it's a unique mechanic, and you basically like get so much air with it that you don't even have to climb up the ladders on Hijacked. You just jump off the ladders and
What
you
the
climb up
hell?
them like instantly.
Okay.
So it's a little weird. The maps do play definitely a little differently because of that. As well as like I find it annoying because like you'll start to shoot someone, they'll round a corner, stim shot themselves, then they'll jump out, bounce out off the wall, and it's like they're flying across your screen. They just kill you. It's kind of annoying, but
Yeah, sounds
other
like
than
it.
that,
Sounds really
other
fucking
than that,
annoying.
it's COD.
Yeah. I mean, I will say I have liked. It seems like they've cleaned up some of the maps. So as far as like there being less visual clutter and stuff, I have been really happy with. Maybe that's just from the trailer stuff, but is that something you found to be the case?
I mean, yeah, most of the maps are pretty clean. I also play on low graphics, so it's not really like a thing that
Well,
I worry about.
I just mean like
But
random clutter
if I do
everywhere.
crank up the graphics, yeah, if I do crank up the graphics, I can still like see people. It's still like visually clear in what I'm doing.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's been a problem I found with the more recent COD games is like they'll just throw random boxes and shit everywhere, and they'll be like, they expect you to deal with that, which I mean, fair, but I just won't deal with it because I don't like the way that they've built the maps recently.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, most of the maps that they've actually added in this game are actually pretty decent because they're 3 lanes. Who would have guessed? 3 lane maps are
Yeah.
actually good.
Shit. Who knew?
So I think they finally have realized to not do any of like the crazy map designs that are unique.
Who
Kind
knew?
of stick to what works. So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess we can also move on. This is a video I saw yesterday, and I kind of just wanted to summarize it, but it's from a guy called Lord Frogmire, and he basically the title of the video is Breath of the Wild ruined Nintendo and the Switch 2.
Oh, I like that
And
guy's videos.
yes, he's a very good video essayist.
Whoa,
I
what'd you
guess is
say?
what you call it.
What'd you say you did? No, I'm just kidding. Um, Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was a bad joke. That was so stupid.
He basically goes over kind of why, we obviously know that the Switch 1 had Breath of the Wild, and now with Switch 2, every game has been open world that they've released so far, or had some sort of open world element
Mario
to
Kart.
it. And he basically goes over why that has been a bad thing. Besides, obviously, Kirby Air Riders, right?
Yes.
That's like the only game
The
that they've
best
released
game.
that isn't open world. And Nintendo has even they restarted the development on Prime 4, and a lot of people are speculating they did that so that way they could add this new open world element to Prime 4. So I mean, if you guys are hyped for that, I'm happy for you. I was never gonna buy Prime 4. Just not a big Metroid guy.
That sounds horrible.
I only know Metroid from Smash. So
Yeah. I only know Metroid from Smash. That is a sentence. I like that. That's heat.
yeah.
Yeah, they have restarted development on that game. I am also of the camp that they likely are trying to shoehorn some sort of mechanic in there. This is not the first time they've done this recently. I think it's been. I don't know if it's like a misunderstanding between like the East and West type cultures, but open world games historically do well in the Western market, and so I think after Breath of the Wild took off so much, I think Nintendo was like, oh, now it's time to just lean into this and never look back, which I think they're missing the fundamental point of an open world game. As you mentioned, I think Mario Kart's probably the best example where it feels aimless. Yeah, you can drive around and like explore new stuff, but I don't. Now I haven't played the open world that much, but just looking at it and watching you play it, it just seems like you just kind of drive around and do random stuff for no reason,
Yeah,
and
it's
there's no
very
joy
empty,
in it.
right? Like it's not like, for instance, like another game that's open world and is racing is like Horizon 5, but it's like that game has a ton of different things that you can do. You can start up races, you can do online races, and like if it was more like that, I could understand.
Sure.
The problem is like the open world is just so empty. Yeah, you can do the little missions to get your stickers and whatnot, but that's it, you know. And in my opinion, it would have been cooler if, like, let's say carts were behind the open world mission. So every time you did a mission, you would unlock a new cart, or like you could unlock a new character, something like that. Like that would have been cool for them to do. But instead, all that is just you gather coins and you get your cart, or you get the Kamek guy to give you or turn you into one
Oof.
of the enemies, and now you unlock that enemy, right? It's like all random how you get the characters. But yeah, I don't know. I think they also missed the point that like Breath of the Wild was a big jump from the other Zelda games, right? All the Zelda games were a lot of the complaints about them were, oh, they're too linear and
Right.
the puzzles only have one solution. And so they said, you know what, let's change it up. Let's do a open world game where you can solve the puzzles how you want to. And there's no real right answer on some of the puzzles in Breath of the Wild. So, uh, yeah, I think they kind of have missed the point. And now they're like, oh, every game's got to have some sort of uh, sandbox open world element to it. So
Well, and it's not
yeah,
only that. I do agree that that was kind of missed in Breath of the Wild as far as like they gave you more ways to explore the world, but most of the puzzles had one solution. And then what what I think is like I think it's one of those situations where gamers wanted something and it really wasn't best for the game because in Tears of the Kingdom there is there's that ability to like do something and then rewind it. So like if you lift
oh
up
yeah,
a board and then you put it back down and then you rewind time, or and then there's also the ability to like teleport up and go through like surfaces. And there are so many videos I've watched. It basically breaks every puzzle in the game, which, I mean, I guess the people got what they wanted. There are now, instead of solving the puzzle how Nintendo wants you to, you can now just essentially break the puzzle and do it however you want, which, maybe that's what you wanted, but at the same time, it's not really solving the puzzle. You're just picking up a board and then rewinding it and going up. I guess it's all in how you look at it.
yeah.
Is that you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like
I
they've
know what you're
also
saying.
I
I
feel like
mean, I
they've
don't know.
missed
I
it.
think in some of the puzzles in Breath of the Wild, you could be using a different way. There's like maybe 1 to 3 ways to beat most of the stuff. Some of the puzzles did have like one solution though. I would
Uh
say all of them though.
yeah, I don't remember well enough to really, I have a general idea, but yeah, I don't remember enough.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna ruin Prime 4 for the most part. Uh, Having that open world section. And it's literally, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be shoehorned in there, so it's just gonna be one random open world section for no reason.
Yeah,
Because
that's
for the
gonna
most
be
part,
weird.
the game looks like it's still gonna be Prime, you know, like the other Prime games. But yeah, uh,
Well, that's disappointing if that's the case. I keep seeing Nintendo do this over and over again. I think maybe one of the reasons they didn't force it in Air Riders, one might be Sakurai, but also they might look at the like city, what is it?
The city trial mode.
City trial
Yeah.
mode as like the open world mode, um, which I don't know. Maybe I'm getting my tinfoil hat on, but that's just the theory,
Yeah.
the game
Yeah. I mean,
theory.
that was in the original too,
Yeah.
so it's.
Well,
I guess it kind of is open world in a way.
is Mario Odyssey and Bonanza are those open world?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I guess technically, but I think I would consider them more like 3D platformers,
Okay. Yeah.
like collectathon platformers.
I could
I
go
don't
either
know.
way on it, so just
Yeah, they're kind
asking.
of. It's kind of 50-50, I guess. They're kind of both.
There you go.
But yeah, yeah. I think it's been it for the podcast. I don't know. Do you have any other remarks?
Um, no. Just excited for all these
Yeah.
games, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been your boy, Kirby DK10.
It's been your
Peace.
boy. Bye.